Good afternoon. The time is 4:32. We will call this meeting to order. This is the fifth meeting of the Smithville ISD SHAC. Welcome all the committee members here present and online and those in the public attendance. Today's meeting is being recorded as a matter of public record. We are going to start introducing ourselves and tell us who you are, if you are a parent or community member. Can we start here?
I'm Amanda Gomer. I'm the principal at the junior high, and this is my son. What's your name? Lucas.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Corey Williams. I'm a counselor at the elementary, and I'm also a parent.
Michael Cotto, assistant soup, Smithville ISD.
Stephanie Newby, and I'm a parent.
Viola Hall, and I'm a community member.
I am Yolanda Hernandez. I am a parent.
Hi, yo soy Olga Soto.
I'm Araceli Padron and I'm parents.
I'm Erin Seal. I'm the high school nurse and health coordinator for SISD and co-chair with Ms. Eichel.
I'm Candy Beely. This food is very good. Thank you. I'm Candy Beely. I'm the child nutrition director for Smithville ISD.
I'm the Wesley nurse here for Smithville.
Hi, I'm Sophie Weinheimer. I'm the high school health teacher and I'm the RN.
I'm Jennifer Besner. I'm a parent. I'm Jennifer Besner, and I'm a parent.
Hi, I'm Janice Bruno, and I'm the executive director for the Smithville Community Clinic, and whoever made this soup, it's awesome. Thank you.
I'm Ashley Gunter, and I'm a parent.
I'm Michelle Rutherford. I'm a parent, and I'm an RN.
I'm Deborah Carter, and I'm part of the community member.
I'm Rebecca Hamilton, community member.
The online members, can you please introduce yourselves?
Can they hear us?
We're all looking at them.
Yes.
I'm Judy Bergeron. I'm director of the Smithville Public Library, representative of the community organization.
I don't know if Hillary Earp is able to answer right now. She's one of our elementary nurses and a parent.
Irene Fernandez, I am a pet.
I too am Michael Cotto. Kidding, but I'm up there.
Are we all?
I'm a backup.
So is that it for
Yes.
the online person? And I'm Margarita Aigo. I am a member parent and I am the chair of the SHAC. And we're going to keep our agenda. We're gonna keep going with our agenda. The agenda was already approved. We had enough members that approved the agenda. Thank you so much for those that voted through email. And the minutes from our January meeting have been approved since January. And I would like to ask if there is any public comments. Is there any public comments in any person that is connected online? Not here, right? Okay. So we're going to keep going with our agenda. We're going to go to all business, letter A, and it is item 7 from our 11/2/22 SHAC agenda, review federal funded required curriculum and programs SB 9. And I know that I have a lot of information here. This is the Texas Education Code 28.004, and I am not going to be reading through it, but I just want to share that every time our schools districts apply for a grant, for example, Title IV, Title I, Title II, in the requirements, there's always that they need to form a committee, and also the requirements are that they need to have parental involvement, and also that committee that they have to form as a requirement, they have to meet, and every person has to give their input. For example, in Title II, there are requirements for community members to be part of the committee, clergy, people from private schools, parents, community members. And the idea is that everybody's going to work together, and plan whatever curriculum or whatever project the school is going to adopt. So because of that, I wanted to bring this as an item because, for example, SHAC also needs parental involvement. It's part of the requirements. And for example, when the school gets a grant, there's money that comes, and it's the committee makes a decision how they're going to use that money. But I have been researching, and for example, Title IV, one of the areas that Title IV is going to cover is the health area. So as a SHAC, I want all the members to know that I met with some administrators here, and I still don't know how much money Title IV is bringing into the school. But my next meeting that I'm going to have with the director of those federal grants, I think I'm going to know how much. But the idea is to know how much money SHAC can have to utilize for parental involvement. And most of you know that parental involvement is important for me. I know that a lot of the members don't agree with me, but part of keep moving into action is to have a fund to help us with our activities, and this will take us to form our subcommittees. We're gonna need funds to form our subcommittees because SHAC has been talking. It's time to take action. I know we have been doing, we're gonna present tomorrow the Aim for Success Health Education Program, and that program has been in our schools for a long time. And as a chair and as a member that I was before becoming a chair, I have been talking to the SHAC members if we can bring a health curriculum that can bring more parent involvement, not only train or educate the students about health needs, but also train parents how to communicate with children. For example, sex education. I know that a lot of parents, sex education, it's not the best conversation that they're going to have with the child. So the SHAC is formed to bring recommendations. We're here to bring ideas together and bring recommendations to our school board to create programs that are going to help our students in all areas in the health area. And the Aim for Success has been a health education curriculum that has been used, but I think that it's not covering the whole student population, because not all the parents are aware of that program. And when we form the subcommittees, we're going to try to make different committees, and I'm going to.
Can I interject?
Sure, yes.
I'm not sure that awareness is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
We inform parents about, especially this year, through so many avenues. Mm-hmm. They know that it's happening. I can tell you we have very few opt-ins so far,
mm-hmm.
but we have informed parents that it's happening through the newspaper, through an email blast, through a paper letter that went home. And maybe parents are waiting until after the parent program to decide whether to opt their student in. We'll see if the numbers increase after that.
As a parent, that's what I'm waiting for.
Sure, that makes sense, to wait and see what's being taught and then opt your student in afterwards. So the two options, one is tomorrow evening virtually, one is in person Monday. So I'm thinking after that, more information will be understood and parents will hopefully opt more kids in, but it's definitely not a lack of awareness.
Mm-hmm. would you like to ask, we have new parents, would you like to ask them about that? Would you like, for example, this parent is new today, we have Araceli, Olga, would you like to ask them if they have been receiving the information?
Sure. Did y'all do you have a high school or junior high student?
I have a junior high.
Junior high student. Did you get an Aim for Success letter in the mail?
No.
It came with the report card. It was in the same envelope.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I didn't.
Who is that? Ms. Hernandez. It was with do you have a junior high or a high school student?
Yes.
Okay. It was with their report card this last time in that envelope.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I got it.
I asked if I got it, but
Okay. Yes.
I did receive it, and I think we also got, I don't know if it was Peachtree or was it email?
Peach jar.
Peach jar, yeah. I mean, it was,
the main route that it was sent.
okay, I got it twice then.
My kids are younger, they're in elementary, but I definitely got a letter and I got some electronic information regarding it's obviously not as intense as the course I'm sure that high schoolers will get, but it's still informing me and giving me the opportunity to review the book that they're going to use prior to.
Thank you. Ms. Besser?
I just have a question. Are we on agenda item A for reviewing federal funds? Haven't we discussed Aim for Success to the end of time?
Yes.
I mean, we've done it, we've discussed it. I would like to move that we move forward with the agenda items.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but part of this is also I want to talk about SB9.
Okay, but you started talking about federal funds in Title IV, and then you were saying that the school is, when we apply for federal funds, that we're supposed to have parent involvement in the application for funds. So who is our federal funds coordinator right now for the school?
Dr. Logan.
Okay, so is Dr. Logan conformed has Dr. Logan formed committees to involve parents to apply? Because in the past, I mean, I knew Edwards did it, and I don't think there was a parent involvement, is there?
Well, there is parent involvement pieces. There's also the site-based decision. The district site-based has parent involvement too, but she has to do several activities.
But that's kind of a new thing, right? To let us be more involved in that
Well, I think
application
titles
process?
always had the requirement of parent involvement, but it depends on what level you're talking about. Jennifer, you're talking about,
Well, I mean,
making
it's just
decisions.
interesting to me, because we've always, I mean, I personally would just like to not get any federal funds, so we don't have to jump through all these hoops. But with the federal funds, if we're going to be able to have more say as a parent, it would be very interesting, because there's some money that's coming in through that. And so I guess that's what Marguerite is talking about. I'm not familiar with Title IV.
Well, the title grant covers 1, 2, 3, 4. There's several titles.
Yeah.
Each one addresses a different topic, if you will.
Yeah.
Staff development. Title I's the one most people know. It's the one that involves students instruction in the classrooms, and we're school-wide. And for the record, someone asked, we get, I don't know exact number, and do not quote me, but it's about $250,000, $250,000.
Can I get some clarification?
But Dr. Logan would answer those questions, and she'd happily come if we schedule her.
Can I get some clarification?
Yes, ma'am.
It's my understanding we're just kind of like in an advisory role. We are not really helping you guys.
Recommendation advisory,
like,
yes. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Choosing or implementing. We're not implementing, having a role in implementing the curriculum that we are
No,
saying
make
this is
recommendations and advise on
recommendation.
programs. But
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So we're not really that involved to the
Like we don't get a vote?
to the details.
We do.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
We vote here.
We vote
So
here.
we
but
don't
they-
implement it, but we recommend.
And then you all can take or not the recommendations, right?
Correct.
Okay, I just want to be clear.
So I will explain why I'm talking about grants, because when we talk about new curriculums, we say there's no money, we're going to have to train the teachers. Who's going to teach this class? So that's why I want to bring this as an item to let you know there's money, we need to find it, it's here. So that's why I'm explaining that. But I was not planning to talk about Aim for Success because we already talked about that. I was planning, in fact, you can read your agenda. I was going to talk more about SB9. I had meetings with the principals at the elementary. I had a meeting with the principal here at the high school. They don't have a curriculum to cover SB9. And for that, we're gonna need money because curriculums cost money. And I just want the SHAC to know that don't worry about the money. There's money. If we need to implement, we have to fulfill the requirements for SB9. We have to get a curriculum. I also talked to Ms. Gomer about what curriculum they were using, and she sent me the curriculum they are using. They don't have an SB9 curriculum. They have a social emotional learning curriculum, and it's the same thing that high school is using. They are not using SB9 curriculum. They are using social emotional learning curriculum. And the CATCH program and the Character Strong. So they combine CATCH program with the social emotional learning to kind of teach SB9, but see, I talked to the counselor here because my daughter is here. So I asked her, I said, so are you teaching my daughter about sex trafficking? No. Are you teaching my daughter about sexual abuse? We kind of talk to them, but not really very deep into it. So to tell the truth, we have to adopt a curriculum to fulfill the requirements that we have to fulfill. And SHAC is the body that all the curriculums are going to come here. And you are going to vote for that curriculum if you want to recommend to the board, and the board is going to adopt that curriculum.
What we're talking about, the district is making a list of all the curriculums that would cover those topics, and then bring them here, of course, and then if need be, bring them to the board for quote approval. That'll be a process that we're ongoing. So that's the plan.
And we're talking curriculum that involves those key points of SHAC.
Just those. When she's talking about Senate Bill, Maria's talking about Senate Bill 9. And they're specific topics.
Right.
And they're specific. Dating, violence, sex trafficking,
It's the
and some
things that
other
the SHAC have those.
nasty
pinpoints of,
behaviors.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a different list. I think
Yes, ma'am.
SHAC has the,
And at different grades, we do different things loosely related to those, because we also do healthy relationships. You know, what's good, what's not good in relationships. So there is some crossover, so there's been a little bit of that kind of gray area. But I think what we're going to do is just make a list. I've talked to Cheryl, and we're just going to make a list of all of them, have them to the SHAC for approval, of course, for the recommendations, and then, of course, they go up further.
Okay, let me read, look at the Education Code, Chapter 28. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Section 28.004, Local School Health Advisory Council and Health. Education Instruction. And then I'm going to go to so it's letter A, B, C, 1, 2, A, B. I'm going to the next page, page 20. A safe and healthy school environment. If feasible, joint use agreements or strategies to collaborate between the school district and community organizations or agencies. Strategies to increase parental awareness regarding risk behaviors and early warning signs of suicide risk and behavioral health concerns, including mental health disorders and substance use disorders. Available community programs and services that address risk behaviors, suicide risk, and behavior health concerns. Appropriate grade levels and curriculum for instruction regarding opioid addiction and abuse and methods of administering an opioid antagonist, as defined by Section 483-101, Health and Safety Code. And appropriate grade levels and curriculum for instruction regarding child abuse, family violence, dating violence, and sex trafficking, including likely warning signs that a child may be at risk for sex trafficking, provided that the local school health advisory council's recommendations under this subdivision do not conflict with the essential knowledge and skills developed by the State Board of Education under this subchapter. Okay.
Hang on one second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think there's some people still trying to get into the meeting. I don't know if you can let them in.
it's not blocked. It's open.
Oh, okay.
We've got 20 minutes in.
So,
can you send Jill Struby another?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I got it.
Anybody wants to comment before I move to the item B? Okay, item B. This is an old business also from December, and is establishing subcommittees. I know we do not have a lot of people. I was expecting people from our community, because we made that SHAC promotion. We send it to Facebook and we share with our social media. I was expecting more people, so I would like to nominate people if you SHAC members agree with that. And some of those subcommittees are parental involvement, nutrition, it's on your agenda. Physical education, health services, healthy and safe school environment, and staff wellness promotion. I would like your input about that.
I wonder if tonight, if we could choose a chairperson for each committee, and then
Define the committees though.
define.
each committee, what is that committee gonna do?
And it may be with limited numbers, you might want to combine a couple,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like,
I don't know if we have enough for 7 committees yet.
I don't know, maybe not.
Or get the most important committees,
Mhm.
2 or 3.
Overarching number one, I think the whole group is kind of doing that one. I mean, that may be, but anyway,
But we do need.
you'll need some chairs, and I could maybe help combine some.
Do you agree to right now nominate, or would you like to come up with how many subcommittees should we have tonight to nominate 2 people for those 2 committees?
I wonder if we could do parental involvement as one,
Mm-hmm.
2 through 6 as one. Those are all under the same umbrella, I think. And then number 7 is one. So 3 committees. What do y'all think?
I like that idea.
Okay.
Because 4 is health education, that's the curriculum.
Okay, can you repeat that, Miss Erin?
Okay.
Parental involvement.
Parental involvement would be committee number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Items 2 through 6 would be committee number 2, all health related. And then staff wellness, number 7, would be committee number 3.
I would like to nominate Yolanda Hernandez for the chair for parental involvement.
That's huge.
Good for you.
I like it. Anybody else?
Ms. Rutherford, would you like to be our chair for the staff wellness, which one was it?
The middle section?
Yeah.
Number 7.
Nutrition, physical.
Okay, you know what, I need my pencil because I'm just
He's trying to give
trusting
you
my.
one.
Oh,
Thank
Sweet
you.
boy.
Okay, so, can you say that again, Ms. Erin?
It's 2 through 6. Yeah, all one. Yeah.
So that's subcommittee number 2.
And then number 3 is the last one.
Number 3 is the last one.
Yeah.
And 4 is curriculum.
Okay.
That's gonna have a lot of attention.
Is 4 separate?
Health education.
So the third one is 7? It's only 7?
Yeah, 7's number 3.
Okay, okay.
Kind of 2, 3, and 4 are kind of education, school-based, nutrition, PE, health. We do those at school quite a bit. I think 5 and 6, health services is, I'm guessing nursing services, health services, mental health
Right,
services, counseling, nursing. And then healthy and school safety is almost school safety. I mean, safe in school. That almost bleeds into like, that's a bad term. That almost melds into
Pardon the pun.
school safety, door sweeps,
Yeah.
drills. So anyway, the 2, 3, and 4 are like, what are we doing with the kids in school?
I would like to nominate Rebecca Hamilton for subcommittee number 2 because you have been researching on SB9.
So we're not gonna combine them? Oh, what did
Yeah,
you?
you are. Here you
2
go.
is
Right here.
Oh, you're making it number 2,
committee
all of
number
those?
2 is
Yes.
Okay.
Number
Yes.
2.
There you go.
Ms. Rutherford, would you like to be a chair for the subcommittee number 3? It will cover staff wellness promotion. You care a lot about our teachers.
Did she know? Yes, no.
Oh, are you, I'm sorry, you
Yeah,
talking
she
to
was
me?
saying-
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes,
Michelle,
yes.
you're up.
Thank you.
You want to do staff wellness?
Wherever you want me. me, that's where
Whenever you
I'll
want to talk
go.
about that gym for the teachers, let me know.
All right.
I was thinking about a margarita machine for you guys.
Well, that's after the gym. It's right next to the gym. Get you 30 minutes on the bike and pop over the other side.
I can probably find a broken slush machine somewhere out there.
In order to keep rolling, do you think we could have each subcommittee person be the point of contact via email for anyone that wants to join that committee, and then we can
Great
move on to the
idea.
next one? Okay.
Thank you.
We definitely need to announce them to the
Yes.
rest of the group, right?
Yes. I
Here's
think-
who they are.
Yes. I think
Contact
we
them with interest.
Email the group. Here's the 3 subcommittees.
Good idea.
Let this person know which you want to be a part of.
Mhm.
Does that sound okay?
I like that. Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Who was number 2, committee number 2?
You need a mute.
Rebecca Hamilton.
That's a big one.
We could split She's the best.
Okay, so on to Seek.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, okay, I'm sorry, that's me. So, SHAC, I presented an annual report to the Board of Trustees at the February board meeting, and we did that early this year. There can be another. But we did that early this year to also present Aim for Success to be approved by the board so that we could get that program rolling. It was approved unanimously by the board that night. And the full SHAC report is available in the health section on the SISD website. It's a couple of pages of all of the health and wellness things happening in SISD. And then D is Hillary. Hillary, are you with us?
The hills
Her-
there. Tell her to unmute.
Hillary, can you unmute if you're with us? If not.
Can you hear me?
There you are. Okay.
Burns?
You do this one.
I'm gonna table some. I'm gonna table some.
Our gift card was, the total was for $3,099.41. Deb Rose, our Brown primary nurse, and myself went shoe shopping on February 28th. We had a remaining balance of $483.45. So Deb went back on March 24th and used up the balance. And each campus received shoes to use, along with several student referrals for the shoes.
Are you able to hear the starting
Yeah.
number? Okay. Thank you, Hillary.
So we've done that program for about 6 years. It was definitely started back when I was at Brown, so it had to be at least 6 years.
Still, we send it out.
It's been going for, we probably $20,000 worth of shoes donated out to kids.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's amazing.
At least. At least
They
it's
get
several
really
thousand a year.
It's great.
That's good.
And that's a neat program that the shoes that fit do. They should be commended for that. It's a neat program. And if you buy there, you just say, I want my points or
Yes.
to go to
if you
Smithfield,
shop
and
at
it goes to
Backroom.
goes to us, and that's our fund. So it's given by customers, which I also think is neat.
We are moving to new business. Miss Hernandez, are you ready to share with us?
Are you going to translate for me?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Pues yo propongo que cuando nos den las presentaciones de AIM,
Okay.
a a los padres, ¿verdad? Yo quisiera que tuviéramos un traductor.
Okay. She would like to propose for the school to have a person that can translate to Spanish every time there's a presentation.
She mentioned AIM.
¿Algo más? Oh, and she mentioned Aim for Success.
Ajá.
¿Algo más?
La verdad, yo como padre de familia, nunca me he involucrado en eso, ni mis hijos mayores que ya pasaron por esa escuela de Smithfield, nunca los puse en eso porque no sabía qué es lo que le iban a enseñar y yo soy muy conservadora.
Okay, to be honest, I never let my children to join the program because I am a very conservative mom, ¿Y luego?
Y pues yo quisiera primero saber lo que le van a enseñar y yo decidir si quiero que le enseñen o yo se lo enseño directamente.
And I would prefer that I know, I preview the program, so I make the decision if what the school is going to teach my children, I will opt in, or if I do not agree with what the school is going to teach my children, I would prefer to do it at home.
Y pienso que la mayoría de los hispanos, yo me siento que los represento.
So I think that I represent the majority of the Hispanic community. ¿Algo más?
Thank you.
Queremos un traductor.
We want a translator. Thank you, Yolanda. Okay, I'm gonna no. Okay, I'm gonna table new business, letter B, and I would like to speak about letter C, fentanyl awareness.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Why
Yes.
are we tabling B?
Time.
Time. It's.
For time.
It's. I know.
Can I have 10 seconds for it?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 2 articles. A parent brought to my attention that she didn't want to come to SHAC. I tried to convince her to come and present. But she asked us to think about screen time in students, how many hours it's adding up to during the week for students, and how it's affecting their ability to interact with each other, how to interact with adults, their maturity levels. I have 2 articles that I'll send to everybody. That's all.
And I think it's a very important item that I would like to also talk more about our next
Perfect. So I'll
meeting.
send these, y'all can read them, and then we
Yes,
can talk.
good.
And
Thank
just
you.
worth noting, the parent also mentions the screen time at school,
Yes, she's
which
a,
is also
she's
on-
also a teacher.
which is also on the increase.
Yes.
So you're
Yes.
getting increased on both ends,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Exactly.
Are we checking if the online members can want to say an input?
I'm watching for hands up.
Okay.
If y'all raise your hands online, I'll see it.
Or in person.
We have moved past A, which was a proposal, but don't we have Spanish language translation services that available through the school district?
We do, for meetings like our meetings and 504 meetings here at school, yes, we sure do.
So couldn't we win the presentation for Aim for Success, or maybe in the future, the next time we do contract out with someone to do, that we make that a requirement, that they have to have a Spanish
We
presentation
could make it a
available?
requirement of contract for sure.
Because I don't want to just go over that and just
It
look at it, it's a
doesn't,
great
no, I understand what
idea.
you're saying, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they have those services.
But we could.
Require it.
But the school has Spanish translation services, don't we?
We do, but not tons, and we don't have a full-time translator. But we do have them on campuses that do ours and 504 meetings, and sometimes we have to hire them in.
Well, but we could maybe put in special evening where
Yeah,
we
it's
hire
not
a
a-
special translation,
Sure.
where we hired, I mean, we have the funding to hire someone that, if she's watching Aim for Success, now I know you're not gonna have the language stuff like all at the same time, but at least have available to maybe ask questions.
Well, what we're doing currently is investigating well, one is the Google Meet, Zoom, bilingual
Oh, with the
translation,
translation.
where they
Oh, so
would
that's
close,
available.
where she could sit here like I am today, and it would close caption in Spanish.
So that is
not available
something.
yet.
It is available, but we haven't gotten it turned on in our machines yet.
Well,
But
that's
it's coming.
something.
We're
Okay, cool.
investigating that.
That level of.
We tried it last week, it just didn't work as well as, we have to click some more boxes and probably pay a little more for a higher level. But we're gonna do that,
So
so
they
that
could do then, so she could watch the Aim for
the
Success.
parent meeting, it would be translated.
Okay.
And then the board meetings could be translated if we beamed those. It would be more ubiquitous, if you will. It would allow more use than requiring a human.
Translator to come in.
And, you know, we're not saying it's totally doable, and you can't hire them. You just haven't for any in the past yet.
And just a note to ourselves, remember next time we do the next program to see if they have a Spanish level.
Right, or we could run it through the Google Meet and have it translated.
Okay, sweet.
But we're working on that. Ms. Saunders, the communications director, we were talking about it this week. We've all been talking about it. We've been trying to figure it out before this meeting.
And I'm sure a majority of those companies as large as them probably do, because you know there are other districts who are.
Oh yeah,
asking for that.
Google has the ability.
But I mean, I'm saying.
We've watched videos on how to do it, just the boxes they say click don't come up in our console yet. They
But I'm
will.
saying aim for success, those kind of companies probably do have.
They provided the paper.
We did all the
handouts
paper stuff and all the
that,
translations, but not
as
the
far as the
actual,
program.
they don't have Spanish speakers in their program yet.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing, thank you. New business, letter C, fentanyl awareness program. So I just want to share, I bet you already know that there are different programs that can provide provide finances to the school to bring awareness about fentanyl. And one of them is Texas
Texas Military Forces Joint Counter Drugs
Would you
Task
like-
Force Support. Okay, so I spent 20 years in the National Guard and Texas Military Forces. So they have community-based programs. Well, they'll send somebody. My recommendation would be for them to come out. We have to give them the dates, and they'll come give us a substance abuse prevention program to include the fentanyl awareness. Maybe have a presentation by, usually they'll send two, one Spanish, one English. Just have a program maybe for the SHAC to see if it's something that we're even interested in for our students. So they go all over the state of Texas. I mean, that's what they get paid to do, along with all the other good stuff that they do without the border and everywhere else. So if you guys wanted to do that, I have talked to them. We have to put the request form in. It takes 30 to 45 days. And I'd recommend maybe doing it before SHAC, see if y'all even like the program before you even insert it into the school. So
Thank
it's up
you.
to you. But it will include the fentanyl awareness. This is what they do. And it won't cost us anything, so.
And then they provide the medication, right? There is, Miss Erin, does the school has the medication that counteracts?
I have one.
You have one?
We have a doctor that signs our district standing orders, and he approved it for high school and junior high use. So I have one with me, and I would go to wherever we suspect an overdose. And it's a 2-pack.
That's all, you have one, and that's it, you don't have any
That's what
other?
our doctor for the district approved, but I would love to have it on every campus.
Yes, and I think when you ask these kind of organizations to come, they provide that, right? The
Yeah,
medication.
Well, I don't think so.
No?
I
Okay.
ask.
Okay.
Dr. Bruno can
No.
get us some.
You don't have to have a prescription. But they will provide the training,
Uh-huh.
so
It's
if
over the
you guys
counter.
wanna listen to the training, they do this all over the state.
But we are working on getting it at all the campuses. Erin's looking into it. We're trying to find out, there are ways to get other kinds. It's just gonna take us a second. We'll try to get it at all campuses, just because it'd be nice to have.
Yeah. The PD, I think, can help also.
Yeah, the PD's allowed.
Who would it be SISD as a requesting agency? Cause I was gonna help her fill out the request, and then you would sign.
Erin's a
I can.
lead, or me, or whoever.
Okay, and then y'all have to come up with what dates, you'd like to do it.
Yeah, that would be we'd have to figure out that from the principals, what would be good. Miss Gomer had a speaker out last week, a drug cessation specialist for the Tri-County area, Cheryl Hill. She's been around at our SHAC. You probably remember, Jen, she's been around a long time with our SHAC. Anyway, she came out to the junior high and spent all day in classes talking to them about a variety of cessations, including tobacco, e-cigarettes, and fentanyl, the whole, she kind of did the golden triangle of the bad activities now. So she's good. She's a good resource. She's the Tri-County agent, so that's what she does for our region. So there's resources out there, and fentanyl is definitely one for the kids to be aware of. I.e., don't take pills that you don't know where they came from. Danger, Will Robinson.
Yes.
Anybody wants to share something or has an input about it?
Thank you, Ms. Brent.
Okay, we'll keep going with our agenda. I'm going to table new business letter D. I'm gonna send the video through email because we are running out of time.
Sure.
And Miss Bailey, would you like to share?
Yes, I just wanted to share, the Child Nutrition Department received a grant through No Kid Hungry. They're a national association, and we were awarded a grant with that. And in that grant, what the grant entitles is to help promote healthier eating, a grant to help educate about fresh foods, as well as equipment to help us to promote the food presentation. So one of the things we've done to meet this obligation is we did the kindergarten through 5th grade enrichment in March. At that time, we talked about berries, the importance of fresh berries, oranges. Oranges were the fruit of, Florida was the state, I think, of y'all pick a particular topic, right, for enrichment in elementary, I assume? And so Florida was it. So we used oranges, we used berries, things of that sort. All of the kids then made fruit kebabs. And so they loved it with marshmallows and fruit, and we learned about the different fruits and about Florida and things like that. Then the No Kid Hungry, then we promoted our gardens, our school gardens. For those of you who don't know, we have a school garden at our elementary, but one started at Brown, and then we have one here at the high school. And so we promoted this through No Kid Hungry. They then contacted us, and we were chosen to be part of their media bliss. And what it is they came out, did interviews and all, and then the couple of news the different media outlets locally have asked for the videos. The Elgin Courier, I understand, has already presented it into their newspaper. They were here taking pictures as well. And what we did for that media bliss is we took the after school program and we did a cooking demo with fresh ingredients to make a spaghetti sauce. We then took spaghetti squash and showed the students how to take the spaghetti from the squash. They were amazed. They loved it. We had a lot of people here from state agency. We had a media person with No Kid Hungry from DC here to watch over and see how our students were wonderful. They enjoyed it. And as soon as I get that video, I will send that out as well. It was really a great honor to be chosen to do that. And so we are continuing to do that. One other real quick thing is summer feeding. You will be getting information about summer feeding. A great thing USDA has done for us this year is they're going to let us come back with non-congregate feeding. We were able to do that during COVID, then they took it away from us, and where students had to stay and eat at the site. Well, now they still have to eat at a school site, but as long as we open a site that's over 2 miles from that site, we can then give out multiple day meals as long as they can only be microwave or reheated. They cannot be prepared. They have to be able to be reheated or microwave. Those particular, we can send those back out. So it's going to give us the opportunity to reach our outlying communities like Rosanke, different areas. We're going to be able to go back out there and promote with multiple meal deliveries where parents can come by and pick those up for their family and take it home for their children. So we're really excited about that. Even at MLK, we'll be able to do that for in town. So anyway, those are just some real highlights that we have going, but be looking for more information. And I will be putting pictures on our Facebook. Those of you who are not following us, please do. And that is Smithville ISD Child Nutrition. And I'll have pictures of our enrichment as well as No Kid Hungry on there within the next week. And you can take a look and see how much the kids enjoyed it. So, and that's kind of what's going on right now.
Wow. Thank you so much. Anybody wants to make a comment or?
Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, I would like to talk about new business number 5, and I would like someone to make a motion if we can have a May meeting. And let me explain why. So I know that a lot of you were very concerned about adopting a new curriculum for health education because it was going to put a lot of stress on the teachers, and I understand that. When I'm here because in this committee because I want to bring health not only to the students, but the teachers also. They need care. We need to care for them. not only that, I mean, I want to, like wholeness approach to parents, teachers, and students. So because we talk about not having enough time to recommend a new curriculum, I would like to use our May meeting to talk again about a curriculum that's going to be recommended to the school board. Because I heard some comments from Dr. Cardell. For example, he said, can we look up putting STEAM into a health class? I would love that. For professional curriculum. And then Ms. Bergeron said that continue, when she made her motion to keep Aim for Success this school year, she said continue to look at the visibility of including the STEAM program. But we cannot, go to summer break and then come back on September and start talking about a new curriculum, because we are not going to have enough time to talk about the curriculum because we only have 1 hour. So I would like for you to, one of you make a motion if we can vote for a May meeting.
I'll make a motion for a May meeting.
Can someone second that motion? Thank you. Can we set a date?
I think to vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Help.
And be a voting member, of course. I don't know if you know if you are or not. I am not, by the way.
Great.
I'm strictly the coordination.
Will we get anything to review prior to the meeting?
That would be a good idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that would be a good.
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
Okay, so voting members present, I have Ms. Besner, Ms. Beely, Ms. Bruno, Ms. Carter is here, no Pamela Duncan. 3, 4. Hillary did she leave us? She left, okay. Ms. Hernandez is here. Ms. Ibarra, is that Irene? Is it Hernandez Ibarra? Is that her?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, it's Hernandez.
Got it, okay. I'll change it on our sheet, I'm sorry. Hernandez. Maria Jaime is not here, correct? Olga Jaime is here.
No, she's not here.
No.
Both of them are not here.
Oh,
Jaime's not.
oh,
Olga Soto.
oh, okay, different Olga. No Clementina, no Tina Novelli. We have
No.
Michelle Rutherford, yes.
Jill Struby is on the phone. She's
Yes. We have Sophie Weinheimer. And Stephanie Newby is our newer member. And we have Rebecca, myself, and Miss Igo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So out of 13, who votes in favor of a May meeting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyone online vote in favor of a May meeting?
Judith
Judy
says
does?
yes.
I do.
Okay. 6,
Irene says
7
yes.
in favor. Okay. I will say it's going to be tough for school staff. May is rough.
We'll bring dinner, Miss Erin.
Hmm?
We'll bring dinner.
Getting a time to come is tough. Okay, but at 1, right? 7 votes in favor of a May meeting?
I would,
Okay.
I would think.
Yeah, okay.
Motion pass.
Mm-hmm.
Can we set a date?
Any days?
Not at the moment.
Should we do it by email?
I think so.
Okay, let's do
Yes,
that.
I can't tell offhand what would be
Okay.
a good date.
Okay, and
Does school have to be in session for us to meet? Would it be
No, I
easier
think
to
we
do
could do it
like
in June.
When
If
you
that
all
would
finish
help.
with all
ooh,
the
that
testing and
sounds,
stuff?
it's up to the administrators.
A lot going on in
Just
May,
thought,
yeah.
I don't know.
Members, what do you think? June, May?
June is not so tight on their schedules.
Yeah.
The
Late June. I'm gone.
staff in this room
Would you
is
like-
here through about June the 8th.
Oh, that's all.
After that, they split.
Okay.
Bouncing off
It'd have to be the first
You're on
week
the
of June.
5th,
to Hawaii.
and y'all are
Oh.
probably, y'all are probably
No,
closer
so
to the
early, first
or-
part of June,
More like that.
Tuesdays or late June.
8th. Y'all think y'all are the 8th, probably.
June 1st is a Wednesday.
Thursday.
Okay.
June 2nd is a Thursday.
June 1st is a Thursday.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm
June
looking at the
1st.
wrong calendar.
Yeah, June 1st is a
June
Thursday.
1st is a Thursday.
And they're good through May.
June 2nd is a Friday.
June 1st, Thursday, June 1st.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, thank you.
Please do.
Very good. Okay, new business number 6. Ideas, concerns, questions, future agenda items. I would like to share, connect to the presentation tomorrow, the Aim for Success. Please be there, all members, be at the presentation, Aim for Success by virtual presentation. And so we are not going to have a person translating tomorrow's presentation, virtual presentation, no.
Correct.
Okay.
The handout is shared
Okay.
in Spanish.
I'm going to be at the Smithville Workforce Building. I'm going to be translating to a group of parents. So I'm going to connect virtually, and I'm going to connect, and I'm going to have a group of parents. So I'm going to need the
handouts.
The handouts.
Okay.
Thank you.
For the program?
Yes.
Are you able to meet tomorrow?
Yeah, I can come early.
Can you come up to the high school? I can have copies for you.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Good. Anybody has questions, ideas, concerns?
I'm sure you've thought of this, but you probably want reports from those committees or some kind of update each month, and each one going forward, right? So those would be on their kind of standard. I will say, I don't know, I meant to say it earlier, but I did talk to my boss and the CFO about the budget. There's currently not a SHAC supply budget that I can go resource, but the idea is they're going to make some monies available to me as the board designee, and that if SHAC needed or recommended or they wanted monies, they would say, hey, we would like this, and then I would go work with the CFO. I do a lot of that anyway in different roles with travel and athletics and a bunch of other things. So I work with CFO quite a bit. So that's what that's what's going on in the background to get us some kind of supply monies in case we need them.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Anybody else want to share something? Members online, would you like to share ideas, concerns, questions?
Can I just say one thing? On your program that you did with the children on the food and all that, Bastrop Beacon, the Bastrop Beacon, Connie Clark, she is begging for information, reports on what's going on in the community. I think that would be a great fit for Bastrop Beacon. I do, and I'll give that to you right before we leave.
Is everybody good? Should we have someone to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting. I'll second.
Thank you.
Play that
Thank you.
commercial on that?
Sophie Weinheimer.
And who
Aaron, you know how to play the commercial? You can play right there.
Ms. Rutherford, did you second that?
Do you know how to get to it?
Did you second?
No, Janice did, sorry. Janice? Okay, thank you.
I think
Members, there's a lot of food outside. If you want to have a second
It
portion,
was delish.
please. These ladies really cook very delicious.
Thank you, Marguerite.
She's going to send it to everybody though.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, do we just reach out via email to see
Yeah.